Alright, here we go. This is a ranked 1v1 on Duel between the green player in the upper left. It is Sitta in the Pirate Warthog and his opponent, the red player in the bottom right. It is happydeath in the Classic Warthog, both readying up almost immediately. Amazing. I'm used to just like sitting waiting and like, because you know, the whole loadout selection thing, it wasn't like that before, and I would just have to get right into the action. And sometimes when I start casting games and it just takes forever to start, it's just grueling. Anyway, Happy going straight for forward, while Sitta is going to go pretty much standard corner and then close. Happy already clearing this side with a single Dillo, doing it very efficiently, waiting for his creeps to walk in. Wow, very, very quickly. He's going from post to post to post. This one's already getting neutralized, and he's going to the close already, and as that Warthog going to clear very, very quickly, whereas Sitta is just now going to be taking his close outpost and just starting his forward. So that's actually incredible execution by happydeath, neutralizing and grabbing outposts extremely quick. Now the very last one is left to take. Sitta's creeps are not spawned yet, so it will take a little while for Sitta to take this outpost under his control, whereas happydeath has a ton of stuff already going for mid. Shooters everywhere. Oh, these shooters are actually on follow right now. I don't know if Happy realizes that, but this outpost is already ready to take, and Sitta still does not have... Okay, now it has creeps. Okay, so you know what? They took their posts roughly at the same time, but Happy has a lead on the mid fight. It has a lot more units over here, and gets Sitta killed. Really great focus by happydeath, and this Goliath is going to go down, but a couple of these Dillos are going to get killed as well because these goalies are going to be shooting at him. I think, yeah, a few of those Dillos are going to get killed. So Happy a little bit ahead of the mid fight and dropping some heavy mines. That's pretty much expected. Sitta retreating his units, and it's going to be an uphill battle for Sitta from now on for, if he wants to stand a chance against happydeath in this game. But dropping the patcher to, not necessarily to neutralize, but that's just kind of a side effect of positioning his units where he needs to put them. And happydeath might be able to get this patcher finished off, and does. 10 to 15 right now, so it's not a gross difference in upkeep, but happydeath is definitely well ahead. 17 now, and grabbed the box. Let's see, the other side probably has not been grabbed yet, and happydeath gets both boxes. 12 units to 17 out on the field, so happydeath is significantly ahead, I think at this point. And artillery already pointing in. 2 Archies pointing in, and so 3 Flackers, but it's Dillos. So Dillos are going to be a little bit harder to sustain in a standoffish fight. I don't know if Sitta has, let's see if he has any other tanks in his loadout. Not in his first loadout, and we can't see second loadout right now in the current spec UI. But it does look like Sitta is moving in, and actually has been able to clear his side of neutrals on mid, where happydeath actually still has a couple left, but happydeath again is still way ahead in upkeep. It's 16 to 29, so that's about I don't know, 60% more, something like that. That's quite a lot more. And Sitta trying to air to ground, but not going to be able to stay in the air for much longer, as an enemy Warthog is going to be a lot of it's going to be very difficult to fight against if you're not directly fighting against him. If you're just trying to snipe units, that enemy Warthog is going to get you the hell out of that area. So the mid fight is going to be pretty stale, or not stale, but like it's going to be very drawn out. It's going to be very drawn out. There's a couple of artillery over here that happydeath has not relocated, repositioned. And 2 Archies firing in for Sitta as well, as far as I can tell. happydeath now with Longhorn out on the field. That actually might be the difference in this fight. Although they do have double the upkeep, so if it gets long enough, Sitta will kind of have an advantage and might be able to push if he goes pure Dillo, whereas if Happy starts converting everything to Longhorn, or at least starts building Longhorn from now on, it will he will have significantly less units out on the field, less HP overall, although the artillery fight will go towards happydeath's favor. Instead of retreating a Dillo, 19 units to 27 units, 22 to 35, upkeep out on the field. No one really positioning anything for a side push of any kind, so it's all in the mid fight right now. happydeath has his units positioned such that Sitta cannot really push past, but this entire bottleneck right here is completely open, so happydeath could possibly, in the future, should he choose to reposition his units a little bit more, he could potentially push past mid, although that's generally not a good decision. a duel game, in a high-tier duel game. And Sitta does look like he is relocating his units as well. But happydeath has an incredible spread right now. Hasn't really lost as many units as Sitta for sure. 29 to 38, and not too many Longhorn on the field for happydeath. Let's see. No, he has that in the second loadout as well, so I cannot tell without painstakingly reviewing the units out on the field. But Sitta might be able to get away here. No! Oh god, that was nerve-wracking right there. Does get away from happydeath. T-45's coming out for happydeath. I'm guessing he's doing that for the range. It's sort of Bucky-like, but he definitely has to micro every single one. Box number 2 has actually been out on the field for about 1.5 minutes. Sitta does fly over it. Gonna try to neutralize this outpost down here. happydeath has not seen this attack yet. He is coming back to respawn right now, but it will be a quick neutralization and lots of jumpers, so this will go under Sitta's control for now. Let's see if happydeath can get this neutralized. No, plenty of jumper spam from Sitta, so now Sitta will have a definitive economic and a max upkeep advantage, and happydeath now needs to start panicking. Yes, does make his units fall back, or at least follow to fall back. Oh, and actually this is a neutral lockbox. That's funny. On a socket, but now it's on Sitta's socket, but I think he has to pick up and drop them to make them actually work. So happydeath gonna try to get this outpost neutralized as best as he possibly can. Gonna go with a couple of jokers pushing, but not with a great surround, and bunker jumpers are already here. So happydeath, oh, might be able to get a kill on Sitta here. Does he have enough energy to do it? Does he have enough energy to do it? And trying to keep Sitta, oh man, that is so dangerous. Sitta staying alive for now. Oh, and happydeath shifting his focus and giving up on that finish. Oh, and might be finished off himself, but no, wow, very, very close, very, very close. And Sitta selling that box that I think happydeath put that down, pretty sure. I might have missed that, I guess I missed that, but now Sitta basically has given up mid. All of those units there are gone, and Sitta has this close outpost, yes, but he has lost mid. So it is right now 4 outposts to 3 in favor of Sitta. happydeath has mid under his control, but obviously the better position belongs to Sitta, having that close outpost under his control. Gonna grab that second and third box, I guess, but happydeath now gonna go with an outpost neutralization on the top of his own. Gonna throw a couple of jokers at the fort, so gonna be forcing Sitta to respond to multiple locations at once, and gonna go for the fort. No, he's gonna go for the outpost retake. So that's probably the better decision, as jokers don't really do that much damage to two forts, and does allow happydeath now to shift his focus to this forward outpost, which he will get neutralized, and he has plenty of health to stay alive here in this attack. The gangsters are already out. Man, I did not even notice. Level 6 to level 7, 30 to 47 upkeep out on the field, so Sitta is still behind, even though he does have that close outpost on happydeath's side under his control, and will get finished off here almost definitely. Oh man, happydeath has plenty of energy, and he's trying to Q heal as much as he possibly can. Oh god, it's just a matter of time. It's just a matter of time, and Sitta gets himself finished off, or at least happydeath kills him there down on the ground. And so this is pretty well defended and secured. Plenty of T-45s, a couple of Dillos over here, but happydeath now with the gangster spam is probably going to be able to roll over basically anything that Sitta has on the field right now. happydeath going to neutralize this forward. There's not much that Sitta can do about this. Brute's going down, but happydeath has too much damage pouring in with those gangsters and his Warhawk fire with Blade Guardians as well. Sitta takes it back under his control thanks to the Brutes, but how long can he hold it? More gangsters will be coming out, and actually happydeath is mixing gangsters and jokers crazily enough, with jumpers all over the field coming now for this outpost as well. This is very, very close to being neutralized. Even though there's still 4 Brutes up, they are all very much damaged, and there are gangsters shooting in. Okay, with Sitta's continued Brute spam, he will be able to hold this, but unless that happens, unless he dies, he gets himself killed. So this is going to be a neutralized outpost, and it does look like happydeath will be able to take this game, most likely, unless Sitta, so Sitta obviously has one thing left going for him, is this close outpost under his control, but will he continue to fight for this forward? And it does look like he will continue to do that. He is not going to try to apply pressure to the fort against happydeath right now, and happydeath will be the one controlling the pace at this point. Sitta now with a couple of Brutes, oh, but does get caught in the process by happydeath, dropping those Brutes, gonna lose all those Brutes. Oh, and a Dillo as well, so that box pretty much just makes up for the loss that he just took with you know, getting caught in that attack. happydeath, again, this is the last thing that is a threat to him, so Sitta either needs to keep him from neutralizing this, or you know, use Happy that's shift and focus to this close to neutralize that forward and take that back, but now going to defend against this here. There are plenty of units over here for Happy Death, so he could actually still push in, or at least this is preventing Sitta from moving out and holding the post as well. So if Sitta moved out and did like a forward attack, for example, Happy Death could still take that post back, you know, since Sitta's units would be out of position. A lot of them are turrets, so like there's T-45s here, so I don't really think he has that opportunity. And an Archie pointing in right now for Happy Death, so it will slowly neutralize that outpost, or at least soften up those units and get them killed. Sitta gonna take this outpost with brutes instead, and probably the last one's gonna be creeps. No, gonna go all the way around, gonna drop some more brutes and a couple creeps, so Happy Death will not be able to take this post. That is a lot of brutes. Sitta wants those bunkered right now, for sure. He really wants to get those bunkered, but now they're just going to wander. Okay, now he has come back. No, he's just going to... Oh, he's just going to keep going. He wants to neutralize this forward here, except Happy Death is... Okay, whoa, where did my sound go? That was weird. Okay, anyway, Happy Death going to neutralize that close, or at least try to. What did he drop? He dropped a couple T-45s, which outrange. He's putting them in like perfect range to outrange those outposts and get them neutralized without having to do any other work or lose his turrets. So this outpost does get neutralized, but this bottom outpost has been neutralized as well by this just a single artillery and creeps walking in. So it's 8 to 60. So Sitta is way the hell behind, although the map control does not necessarily reflect that. Happy Death has a commanding lead in this game, just looking at number of units on the field alone. Income is actually going to be not as big as the upkeep difference is reflecting. Wow, he only has 2, 6, 4. That's so crazy. He's in the single digits of upkeep against a player with 60, so there's very little hope for Sitta to come back in this game right now. Joker spam by Happy Death, going to get this outpost neutralized and surrounded. Sitta has basically nothing to fight back with, needs to resort to brute spam at this point, and just dropping them here to kind of create a stopping point or of some sort for any units coming forward. Happy Death scouting around, does see this outpost, has no defenses. Those brutes will take a long time to knock down, even for a level 10 Warthog. It will be a while before Happy Death can just kill the brutes on his own. Now has a couple of jokers following him to get that you know, that damage supplemented, but it will still take quite a while, and Sitta is here to respond to it. Does he have enough creeps, or does Happy Death have enough infantry to get this outpost under his control? No, there's nothing here, but again, Happy Death is so far ahead that Sitta does not really have anything, you know, that he can do at this point. He's so far behind in income. Happy Death taking that forward back under his control. And you know, at this point, it is surrender time for Sitta. It's 8 to 59, but Sitta is not giving up at all. I think Happy can just pretty much hit Y, or whatever the attack command button is. I think it's T. He can just hit T on all the outposts, on all of his units right now, and get an easy win. There's units here, here. He even has a Dillo protecting there. That was his first one that he dropped to neutralize. Has artillery everywhere. Sitta now trying to come to the forward to neutralize, and actually did send a brute and a Dillo as well to get that neutralized. He does not have enough to take it under his control right now, and Happy Death actually with that precision focus fire almost getting him killed. And Sitta now gonna, oh man, he needs to choose. There is not enough, you know, there's not enough unit presence anywhere on the field for him to really decisively have control over a single post. Happy Death just keeping him on the back foot, and there you go, getting another kill on Sitta. Using that focus fire, and shooters everywhere. Well, I just said shooters because I've been saying Sitta. But yeah, Happy Death gonna neutralize this post. Okay, so yeah, that is Sitta's very last post under his control, and that is pretty much it. I do think that we will be seeing a forfeit sometime soon, or not. You know, it's fight till the death. Fight till the death. Happy Death can easily get this ended. I don't know if he realizes it. He probably just doesn't really feel like sending all of his units, is my guess. I'm pretty sure he's aware. He is really, really far ahead. But at this point, it doesn't really matter. It's kind of just a casual, leisurely thing for the finish at this point. It's just another like 5 minutes or 3 minutes, I don't know, or so, until he can just grab all the outposts, get a domination, and get an easy victory. And almost getting Sitta killed there. Oh man, will he be able to recharge here? Level 11 Warthog, and Happy Death activating the shield just so he doesn't get killed on the way out. Shooters everywhere. And a goalie out for Happy Death as well. Just going to take a quick look around on the field. Yeah, he can just send. He can just send. Goalie. And there you go. Yeah, he is choosing to go for the finish now. Again, Sitta doesn't have anything left that he can really do. So low on income. Socketing, or not socketing, but auto-deploying T-45s. I'm not really sure why he's continuing to fight back at this point. I guess just for funsies. Just for funsies. That is a ton of shooters. Last goalie going for that last post. And goalie's also pounding away at the fort. Is Sitta going to choose to body block? Yes, he is. Going to prolong as long as possible. In these situations, I do think that people should just start surrendering. It's, you know, like, whatever. It's whatever. We might be able to get the wait timer reduced for surrender to, like, 10 seconds or so, which will improve these situations greatly. I do realize that waiting 20 seconds for no real reason is not, you know, necessary. So if we can get Carbon to change their mind on that, that would be spectacular. But yeah, at this point, it is just going to be, I'm just going to sit. Domination damage will start to kick in now, and Sitta rapidly losing health against those red units. 2 out of 20 if you look at his upkeep, whereas Happy Death has a obscene amount more. And there you go, Happy Death taking this ranked 1v1 on Duel over Sitta. Sitta, I don't know if that cheese could have done it for him, but he gave up his position on mid, and then kind of, I don't know if I want to say decided to, but he ended up fighting on 2 fronts. Oh, hey, look, I can control the mech now. Anyway, he ended up fighting on 2 fronts. That close outpost and going back to fight the forward fight as well. So I think maybe after taking that close, if he decided to continue to put pressure on there while trying to lock down forward, not necessarily, you know, some like putting a couple healing units down and defending as hard as possible rather than trying to do a fight. If he tried to keep control of the pace by continuing to put the pressure down from that close outpost that he took after the cheese, I think he definitely would have stood a much better chance than trying to go back and forth. And Happy Death kind of just said, okay, fine, you want that close? I'm going to station a bunch of units here, and I'm going to react to anything that you do, but I'm going to choose to put more pressure on you. Take the mid, go for the forward. He sent units to forward as well, so Happy Death really did a great job fighting the multi-front battle in this game. Especially 1v1 is very hard to keep up with. In a 2v2 it's a little bit easier, but on a 1v1, if you can actually accomplish that, send units here, send units there, realize there's no defenses, and so you can choose to, you know, be productive in those multi-pronged attacks, then you're definitely doing well in AirMech. Once again, send in your replays. There are links in my video description. If you don't know how to do it, there is a submit replay form at the bottom of the video description. There is a link. There's also a link to Nokel's ARM AirMech Replay Manager if you need help finding and sharing replays. This is RUI, and that is game. See you next time.